Welcome back to San Diego People. I'm Ross Becker. Today I'm sitting down with some people from a group called Solutions for Change. They believe they have the perfect model for solving family homelessness here in San Diego, and it is a big problem. And they have some interesting techniques. Here with me now, Kevin Gorham, Production Technical Manager for Solution Farms. Welcome, Kevin. All right, so we just heard Chris tell us about and show us the passion that he has for the Solutions for Change program, taking people off the street, giving them a reason to change their lives. But a farm? Tell me about this farm and what kind of farm it is.
Well, our farm is an aquaponic farm, which is a combination of aquaculture and hydroponics in one system. So
okay, say that in English.
Sure. So we raise tilapia in tanks, and we use the fish waste to fertilize the plants that we grow hydroponically.
Perfect. All right. And where is this farm?
So we're located in Vista, and the people in our program work our farm 5 days a week. They do all the planting, transplanting, harvesting, and really keep it operational. And so while they're there, they get to work on their job skills, and we try to teach them what's expected of you at work. We're not necessarily trying to teach another generation of aquaponic farmers. We're just trying to teach people how to use appropriate language, how to show up on time, how to get along with your coworkers, and those sorts of things.
Does getting your hands dirty, I mean actually getting your hands dirty, do you think that helps?
Absolutely. It's amazing the benefit that you see in the residents when they get self-worth out of a hard day's work. Sure. They leave happy. There was one young lady named Amber who came this week, and she got soaked cleaning our fans, and she left that she got to get her hands dirty and work hard and had that feeling of accomplishment at the end of the day that these people have been missing for some time. And
you see that over and over again. And is that really the nugget of transformation, that they come back the next day then wanting more?
Yes, I believe so. We see people, when they're at the farm, they're usually in the beginning stages of the program, so there's lots of changes going on, and it's a vulnerable time, I think. And so there's some sort of peace that comes out of just working hard, getting your hands dirty, and feeling like you accomplished something at the end of the day.
And what do you do when there's resistance? Because undoubtedly there will be some resistance sometimes.
Sure, there is. And that's why we exist, is to work through those challenges. If you were on a job site and you said something inappropriate or you handled something in a bad way, you might lose your job. So at the farm, we try to provide a safe place for people to screw up, and so we can teach them and use that as a learning opportunity so that when they go out and look for a job, they can be successful.
How many people are there on a normal day? How many people does the farm handle, if you will?
We have usually 5 or 6 residents, adults from our program that come and work the farm every day. They might be there for a couple days, a couple weeks at a time, and then we'll also substitute people in and out as new people come into the program.
Sounds to me that there's probably a lot of mentoring going on, too.
There is, absolutely. In fact, Jennifer Pinky, who you'll meet in a second, worked at the farm with us for the last few years, and she was a great role model to the other residents because they could see they could see the difficulties, obviously, of where they are now, but they could look at Jennifer and see, what they could work towards. We
heard Chris talking about an entrepreneurial solution to these problems. The farm obviously raises, as you said, fish, tilapia, and the vegetables and the greenery, if you will. Where does that go? How does that turn into money to help the farm continue?
Well, we're looking for more buyers because we're currently expanding. But last year we were sold out to our local school district. School district, and the Fallbrook Union School District bought our produce. So we recently partnered with Go Green Agriculture from Encinitas, and they've partnered with us to expand and build out our farm. We should be producing about 4 times the amount we produced last year, so we're going to have to find new markets and avenues for the produce. But right now, most of it goes to the school districts, and then we take those funds and put them back into Solutions for Change to help more families.
A lot of people, and maybe this isn't a topic for you to talk about, but I mean, you obviously run the farm, so you can talk about tax money being thrown at the homeless problem. Is there tax money involved in this, or is this a true entrepreneurial model?
Well, what we're really trying to teach people is how to live sustainable lives, how to take care of yourself and not have to be dependent on outside sources for funding. So as an organization and as a farm, we're trying to practice what we preach. We'd like to generate a few $100,000s a year in revenue from our farm that we could put back into the program to help more families, which would lessen the tax burden on taxpayers.
Sure, because there's grant money money, there's other things that obviously flow to you as well. How much does it cost to run that farm every year?
I think
approximately.
It cost us about $150,000 a year the last few years. Now the cost will go up with our expansion a little bit, but so should our profits.
But isn't that let's break that down per person that you serve. Isn't that a small price to pay, considering that on the other end of this, if you don't get homeless families off the street, you're paying on the other end, aren't we?
Absolutely.
As a society.
Absolutely. We like to say that we have multiple bottom lines. Ultimately, if our farm could break even and provide work training for the people in our program, solve homelessness in that way, we would take it as a win. We'd like to go one step further and do more than that so that we can continue to help other families. But as you said, even if we just broke even, we would have a positive economic impact on the community.
I don't know this is even question, but have you thought about other things that you could do? Whether, the farm is a great idea, but there are other things you could do as well.
Absolutely.
What are some of the other ideas you've had in your wild moments?
Well, Solutions for Change has tried a few things over the last 15 years. We had a book room where we sold donated books on Amazon. We've had a thrift store, but I think we like a lot of the parallels between growing aquaponically and what we're trying to do with our people, which is to teach them to live sustainable lives. Sure. There's something nice about being in a greenhouse environment, feeding the fish, watching them eat their food, harvesting plants. It's very rare that you normally get to so clearly see the fruits of your labor. And so parents can come in, they can plant the seeds, they harvest them, their kids come home and get to say, hey, we ate your lettuce today at our school.
Very cool. It's a great idea. My guess is it's a model that probably could work for other challenges in our society. And Kevin, I thank you for being here and explaining it to us. And I'm looking forward to the next segment because, as you mentioned, we're going to meet Jennifer and her daughter Mackenzie. And they were at the farm.
They were.
But they were also on the street for a while. And they're going to help us understand all of this. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. As I just mentioned, here on San Diego People, we're going to hear from a Solutions for Change success story. Yeah, we're going to meet Jennifer and Mackenzie. They're kind of right here on San Diego People. We'll be right back.